Hey guys, welcome back to Home Built, and in this episode it is time to give Archie a bit more love. I've been doing a lot of work on Harry and the Alfa Rari, but Archie's been left out and there's a couple of things I need to sort out. Okay, so those of you who've been watching for a while will have seen that I got Archie, my 996, as my daily driver, and I've been using it quite a bit. I put about 10,000 kilometres on it in the last 3 or 4 months I've actually owned it. So I've definitely had a good time with Archie. I've had a couple of track days and I've really gotten to know the car, and even one of the first things I reviewed when I was looking at the car was I wasn't really happy with the gear shift on it. The steering is fantastic. There's so much of it that I really love, but the gear shift feel was just really sloppy. There wasn't crisp engagement. It sort of feels like it's a gear stick in rubber, and it's not very nice to use. And that is where I contacted Function First and ordered one of their shift right solutions, which should hopefully fix up my sloppy shifting. So let's go and have a look. Okay, so I have the shift right solution here from Function First, and now it's time to install it. And to do that, I have to basically pull this center console out first. So let's quickly go through and get this out of here so we can get stuck into the fun stuff. Step one is move the seats all the way back, unclip the sides off of the handbrake. It clips outwards and then lifts up and out of the way. Can remove the coin tray, that just lifts straight up and out. And with the gear stick, this cover just unclips up, clips up and pull back and lift up over the top. And there's an Allen key at the front here. I'll just undo this and the gear stick should come off. So now there's just a few Torx bits to get out. There's a mixture of T20 and T30. And there's one last sneaky little Torx screw which is hidden down inside where the glove box is. You have to actually flick out the little coin holder, at least on the right-hand drive cars, and it's hidden underneath that. Well, the center console out. With the center console out, now we have to actually remove the gear shifting mechanism itself, and that is by basically 4 10mm bolts, and then we need to disconnect these cables. So let's get the 10mm out. So this little panel just unclips out of the way and it reveals the shifter cables under here. Now what we want to do is we want to slide these things up and turn them clockwise to lock them out of the way. And we've exposed the adjustments on the shift linkages, and what we want to do is, while they are there, you want to mark where they are so that you can put them back in the same spot. Next we should be able to lift these out. There we go, lift them out and disconnect. And to get these out, you need to squeeze these clips in at the end here and lift up and get them out of the way. And now the shifter assembly is free and clear. Okay, so now I have the entire shifter assembly out on the bench. You can actually see why it's not the greatest feels, because everything is plastic. It might have been good when it was first built, but it's been over 20 years now. So it's just not feeling that great anymore. So it's time to replace these plastic bits, and that's where this Function First kit comes in, because it goes through and replaces all these plastic points with billet aluminium pieces, which are obviously going to be much more durable and take a lot of that slop and rubbery feel out of this. So first thing I need to do is I need to actually remove these plastic bushings, and the only way to get them out is to cut them out. So that's what I'm going to go through now and start trimming these little bits and getting these out of the shifter assembly. All right, these took a little bit to cut all of the tabs off. There's 8 tabs around either side of this shifting unit, but make sure you wear safety glasses because they fly off. They're quite brittle, and as soon as you sort of get a start on them, they just bing and fly away. And the last bit of disassembly is to just take this little piece here and just pop the little black pin that I just dropped out of the yoke and you can get it released. That little black pin. So you can see here the nice billet aluminium version of what was here, and also it's actually got a bearing in this sleeve here. So instead of just being a plastic fit that's rocking away, it's got a nice tight bearing fit in there. This is going to nicely firm up the shifter fuel. So next thing is we want to pop this old fitting off the end and pop the new one on. Okay, so now we're replacing this plastic shaft with this nice billet aluminium piece. So as we install this new shaft, we want to install shims on either side of the center assembly. So we have the center shaft and then we have a shim either side. So make sure that there is 2 shims in there. On the inside, we just transfer over the linkage, put it on and screw it down and tighten up with a Allen key and a lock washer. And there you can see there is part 1 done and installed. So that's one side, so now we need to work on the other. Okay, so these nice shiny aluminium bushings are what are replacing those plastic ones that I cut out earlier. Because my car is a 996, the 996 and early 997s, they actually supply some shim tape. Because these are just a little bit smaller, they're designed also to fit the later 997s. So we just need to wrap this around these shims up just short of where the clip is for the circlips. So I'm going to install this now and then we can go on installing these. Okay, next step, make sure you put the circlips over the top of the shifter before you put it in the assembly, because you won't be able to get them around later. And now we can start installing our bushings, the short one to the front of the car. I forgot, I spent all the time putting this in and then forgot that I have to actually slip this little piece here inside of my new billet aluminium arm. So I have to take it all out again and do it again. All right, and lastly, we just have to go through and tighten this end screw just to take out any of the end play in it. Make it nice and firm. Doesn't have to be super tight, just get it so it's snugged up. And we tighten this screw by tightening down this locking nut on the top here. So I'll just tighten that down and then we are sorted as far as that goes. Okay, so before I put the final assembly back in the car, I thought I would do one last fun upgrade, and that is I'm going to replace the very tired, old, worn gear knob out of the car with this beautiful new one from Function First. This is a very nice unit. It's a billet aluminium, nice sort of classic shift knob, and they do it in a whole range of different colors and styles. This one I think will suit the car nicely, and it's going to make the whole thing just feel like I've upgraded everything and really changed the feel of the gear shifting on the car. Okay, so installing the gear knob is pretty simple. First, start by putting in one of the grub screws most of the way in at the bottom, not all the way in. Next, need to fit it to my old gear boot. So I've got it inside out. I'll poke it in from the top until the bottom comes through. And then I hold it in with a couple of these rubber O-rings that slide over and hold it into this groove here. So 2 of them for extra security. Now slide it on and do up the bottom set screw, then do up the top set screw. This is where the really smart bit comes in that I find quite interesting. There's nothing worse than a gear knob that is loose and moves around and keeps coming undone every time I get in the car. I can't stand it, and this is a really smart idea. So basically you put in this Allen head bolt into the top, put your wave washer on top of this screw and slide the gear knob over the top. Once you've done it up tight, as you can see, the H pattern is not straight, and I want it straight and square with the gearbox of the car. So now I need to go back, I need to back that set screw off. I reckon that's pretty good for now, so let's get this whole unit back in the car and see how it feels. That feels so much better. And the gear knob is nice too. It's a really nice touch. I love that adjustment to be able to get it right. There's nothing that annoys me more than a loose gear knob and one that doesn't point to the H pattern. I love that solution. That is great. This is just works really, really well. I'm quite happy. I'm going to be going on a nice drive tomorrow, so we'll get to see how it actually performs. Yeah, I can instantly feel how much tighter this is. It was so rubbery and just felt horrible before. This is much better, much better. Big improvement, well worth the upgrade. Now, I didn't get to complete everything today. I have got another couple of things to install that I got from Function First just to help the responsiveness and the feel of the car. I got these upgraded engine mounts. These should firm things up and give a bit better, sharper throttle response, and same with these. These are inserts for the gearbox mounts. So these are the sort of the softest ones that they do. It just firms things up and just makes the car a little bit more involving without making it teeth-shatteringly stiff. So these will go in at another time when I've got Harry off the hoist. But for now, that's it. So as always, if you're enjoying the videos, please hit that like button, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys. See ya.